Well, hello, hello, hello. How are
Hello,
you?
hello. It is so good to have you back. It is so good to have you back.
Well, I gotta tell everybody. Well, I guess I'll wait for a few people to come in here before I make my great big announcement. Um,
My hair all in my face today.
whatever kind of announcement there is, but we're doing the '90s. Did you look up your information about the '90s? Look at
Yeah.
this. I almost wrote a book. It was like, "Oh, that happened then? Oh my god, that happened then too? Oh my god, oh my where was I in the '90s?
Oh,
I was having
I was
children.
working my butt off. That's what I was doing.
I
And
was raising chitlins.
you were raising chitlins, she says.
Mhm. Mhm. I was raising my chitlins.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yep, I was. It's okay. They're doing good, both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I can't complain. So what do you think
Yeah.
of these new glasses? Are these like not just the
I
cat's
love them.
meow?
I love them.
I do too. I think they're pretty special myself.
Yep. I do. I
So
do.
how was your weekend? How was Father's Day?
Oh, it was nice. It was nice. Had a nice dinner. We made a feast. We made spare ribs, lamb chops, and salmon.
You know, they say that anyone can be a father, but it takes somebody awful special to be a daddy.
That's very true.
I mean, you got that. Everybody can be a donor, but
Yep.
being a daddy is something special.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
My grandsons always called their dad daddy. Now that they're getting older, it's dad.
yeah,
So,
but still, even being called dad instead of, can you imagine? Okay, father.
mm, yeah.
Well, I guess rich people probably call their daddy father. But every time I hear father, I think of a priest in a church somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I never
Yeah.
call my
Right.
I never call my pappy daddy or or I call him daddy, but I didn't call him father.
Right. I called my dad daddy too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yep. Yep. Yep.
yep, yep. And then when I got a little bit older, he became from daddy to dad. So I know
Well,
this
I
is
still
not
call
what
him
we're.
daddy.
You still call him daddy.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
That
so before we go into the '90s, I know I wasn't supposed to go into the news or anything, but did you see Joe Biden today? He
no.
bluffed it all up.
Oh,
He just stuttered and stammered and I didn't know what he was saying. I don't think he did either.
does he ever?
No, but I know he didn't know what he was saying then. It was pretty funny. I thought, poor man, poor man. I still think that there's a way that old Jill should be able to be gotten a hold of and gotten for elderly abuse, but it's all
Mm,
good, right? It's all good.
yeah, yeah. I know. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy because you just can't.
Mhm,
Not supposed to do that
mm-mm,
to the
mm-mm.
elderly. We're supposed to take care of our elderly, but
Right.
you
But
know,
who's going to take care of us? Because, we're getting up there.
I
Just
know
saying.
somebody better be taking care of me because I want somebody taking care of me. And I don't want to be thrown in no nursing home either. No, there's no what is what they used to say, I'm gonna send you to one of my kids, I'm gonna send you to Happy Acres. No, you ain't. No, you
Uh,
ain't. I ain't going to no Happy Acres.
right.
No. Ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we even have anybody in here yet.
I don't know. I don't know. There was one.
I
So
know,
who
and then it.
knows? It's just
Who
not
knows?
showing.
I have no idea. My daddy used to say, "I have no idea."
Oh, my brother used to say that. He used to say that all the time. I dear.
Idea. And
Mm,
somebody I know said ideal. I don't know who it was, but somebody you say ideal. I got an ideal. You do.
right,
You do. What
right.
is it? What is it? Does it walk? Does it talk? What can it do? Nothing. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
right,
don't know. So
right.
I'm gonna go ahead and announce to everybody that if anything happens on this live stream, um, I'm getting ready to meet Alberto's coming for a couple that coming to visit, and he might knock out my electricity. Doggone it. He's gonna stay a couple days, and then he's gonna be moving on, and he's sending his brother or somebody's coming following after him this weekend. So just saying that Gulf is awful busy right now.
Y-
Yeah,
You know, too bad. Well, no, I'll save that for Thursday.
I know, right? Right?
Yeah,
I know, I know, I know. There's so many things I want to say right now, and I can't because well,
right,
you
right.
know,
Yep. So I've been learning a new trick
what is it?
how to play the Xbox.
The Xbox. All right. Well, okay. Since you brought that up, um, I, I'm going to tell you that that in the '90s, actually 1991, was the first Nintendo. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on just a second.
No,
Hang
no.
on just a second. It was because then you had the 64 and 94.
No, the first Nintendo was in 85
Um, no, they
because
said
Chris
it was a
was 3
Super
going on
Nintendo. This was a Super
Super
Nintendo. Was in
Nintendo. Yeah.
91, and then 94 was a 64.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because um Cronus is a Nintendo kid.
Oh, is it?
He had the first one. He's had everyone since the
I
Cube, the Game Boy, the
I got that kid.
64.
I got that kid. Okay, you know what? I got to pop this in here real quick.
Okay.
Does this Oh my god, I had to do that. I was like, can I find that? Can I find that?
And you did. And you
And I
did.
did, and I did. I had to throw that in there. So,
Mm.
all right. So, one of my top news things for events for the '90s was the OJ chase.
Oh my goodness.
So, yep, he went 66 miles. Well, he wasn't driving. His friend was driving, but they said that he was holding a gun to his head, a pew pew to his head, and he was talking about offing himself. And so he was on the phone with the police, telling them, "Don't get too close. Keep back. Keep back." So, yeah, that went on. And then he went inside his mansion. All cops were all around waiting for him. He went in, had a glass of orange juice, kind of fitting. And then he called his mama. And then he came out, gave himself up. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, except for what was it, AJ that was driving the car? Or AC or whatever it
Oh
was.
yeah, his name was Al Cowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said OJ never had the gun to his head. He was too much of a coward to kill himself. That was
Oh, there
straight
you
from the
go.
horse's mouth, you guys. Look it up. And
Yeah,
he
there
said,
you go.
"This is
They
what
said,
everybody
they said,
said."
they promised and they didn't deliver. Well,
Yeah.
he got away with that on the physical trial, but didn't get away with it on the what was it, the civil trial?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't get away with it then. I don't know. I if you don't get it here, you're gonna get it in the afterlife, so you just better get ready for it. It's gonna happen. I think.
I still love that line. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Really?
Yeah. Well,
Really?
does it shrink? You think when it gets wet and it's leather, you think it's gonna shrink?
They have a new special on the Sisters of Nicole. It was on Lifetime.
Hmm.
And yeah, they were talking about the whole scenario and everything. And boy, is that full of information. Full.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. I watched it, because I really can't say if I liked or disliked OJ because I didn't know him, but his actions were very ugly, very, very ugly. He did used to beat her, and she used to tell her family all the time, if I die, OJ did it. So
Well, and that other guy just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. That Goldman kid.
he was a waiter at the
I know it.
restaurant she went to have dinner at, and he was returning something to her that she forgot at the restaurant.
Yeah, he just
How
happened to be.
horrible is that?
Hey, Royal Apple, how are you?
Hi, Royal Apple.
Well, he just happened, like I said, just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Poor kid. I felt sorry
Right,
for him.
right.
Um, okay, so here's another one that happened in the 90s. Do you remember the Long Island Lolita case?
Oh, yeah. Yes, very much so.
With what was his name? J- um, his wife's name was Mary Jo Bonacidio or
Yeah,
whatever.
something like that.
Bonifacio, and Joe was the one that she was supposed to be
Buttafuoco,
diddling.
Buttafuoco.
Yeah, yeah, and he was supposed to be diddling with her, and she was
Mm,
just a teenager,
mhm.
and she did 15 years for that.
Was Bobbitt in the 90s? Was Bobbitt in, like, 98, 99?
You know what? I don't know, but I'll tell you, that's another one. He went to, and this isn't a joke, guys. This is not a joke. It sounds funny, but it really isn't a joke. After all that happened and they found it and sewed it back on and everything, he
Mm.
went to work for Snap-on Tool.
He also
Did porn.
that was in 93.
Wow. Well,
93.
I'm
He
surprised they
also
even found it.
he also did some porn movies too, from what I was told.
Yeah, and he made big money because everybody wanted to see if it really worked. That
Mhm.
was the only reason they went to see was
You're
because
not
they
gonna
wanted to know
know
if it really
anyway.
worked.
You're not gonna know anyway because it's
You're
not,
not,
if he had to have a implant or something. And he's not
right?
gonna do it on camera.
No, no.
So, yeah.
It's a funny thing, but well, and then you had it's 90, was it 91, 92? Yeah, the passing of uh what was his name? Biggie Small or something, the rapper.
Oh, yeah, Biggie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he died in like 91 or whatever.
mhm,
And
yeah.
then Kurt Cobain died like not too long after that.
Wasn't Tupac shot in the 90s too?
I thought he was, but they sure didn't show me that. But they were showing me Kurt Cobain and um but I think you're right. I think that's the one that, well, J Lo's all around that somewhere around in there too. Remember?
Mhm.
Because Diddy was in that nightclub and J Lo was carrying the arsenal.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
it was 1996 Tupac was shot.
Um, But Timothy McVeigh was also in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that Oklahoma implosion. Yeah, that was something.
Well,
That
did you
federal
come
bill.
across when Columbine was? Wasn't that in the
That
late
was right
90s?
after. That was right after Timothy McVeigh. It sure was. That was my next one, by the way.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah,
I got
yep,
my thinking cap on
yep.
tonight.
You do, you do. That was one of them. And then, oh yeah, Cobain. The Cobain. It was 1999. Right there at the very end was the Columbine horrors.
Wow.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you. I looked up the big items, because I
Mhm.
was curious what was so big about the 90s. And do you know that nobody had wallpaper unless it was just like border trim?
Mhm.
That was they did that in the 90s, but they didn't do no like all wallpaper. But they sponged one wall, remember? With paint. Did you ever do that? I did. You took a sponge and you stuck
Oh
it in the
yeah,
paint
yeah.
and you sponged
Yeah,
the wall.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We did that. Yeah,
Why
because
does why
both of my boys had just a wallpaper border going around the middle of their room.
Royal Apple whose wife? Whose wife did that to who?
I don't know.
I don't know who she's talking about.
I don't either. Cobain.
Oh, Cobain. No, no, actually that was he did to himself. Yeah, that was his wife was Love.
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. Sure was. And she wasn't doing very good either.
No,
She
no,
was
she's still alive.
I don't think so. I wanted to say that I thought she was gone too, but I don't know when it happened. Um, I can't remember. It wasn't too long after him. We were talking, is OJ still alive?
No, he died. He just
Okay,
died
that's
recently.
why yeah, because that's why his kids are out there talking about him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, you know what? She probably did do it to him. You're probably right. And you know what
Mm.
else was a big thing in the 90s? Fake plants. Everybody put those ivy fake plants all over everywhere because they couldn't grow them and they got dusty and dirty. You know what? I had some of those fake plants
Mm.
everywhere. I had that big tree. Remember that big tree? Everybody had one
Yeah,
of those big trees. I had one. I
like
wanted
the
one of those
ficus
so
tree or
bad.
something.
Yeah, I wanted one
Yeah.
so bad. I ended up with two of them. You know what? They got so dirty, it was terrible. There was no way of cleaning them.
No, I had one.
And then
Courtney Love is still alive.
is she? I'm
Yes,
surprised.
she's still
I'm
alive.
surprised. Hmm.
Well, she was as of April of 24. So,
Okay, then she's probably still going then.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. You would think somebody came in the door or something, those dogs. Um, and then cargo pants. Cargo pants was a big thing too. But you know what I got to thinking about, and I had to look them up because I thought that is the craziest thing I have ever that I ever saw. Was do you remember those pants? Oh my god, I thought I wrote them down. That they had the biggest bells in the whole world. You could stick a kid up there, nobody would ever
They were
know.
called elephant bell bottoms.
Yeah, and they had some kind of cartoon character on the back usually.
Yeah.
Oh, what were they called? Hang on, let me see. I wrote that name. Jinko jeans.
Oh, they did have a special name, huh?
Yeah, oh my god, I remember those. You could hide people and everything else up there. You know what? You're right, Royal. You're absolutely right. It is a miracle she's still alive. Well,
Mhm.
They say, the thing is, only the good die young, you know? Um, and then we had the VHS players in the 90s. I still
You
have a
recorded
bunch of
everything.
those.
You
And I
recorded
still
everything.
have all those tapes too.
My mom still has them.
Yep.
She still has them.
I have all those Disney tapes.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
one
I
of them.
had all the Disney ones. I gave them to Cronus.
Yeah, I have all of them. In fact, some of them went into moratorium and you can't even get them anymore.
Yeah, and I have all the Diamond Edition DVD that I gave to him.
Yeah, see, we didn't have any DVDs. I don't even think we got a DVD player till way out later on in life. But we did. The CD player did come out in the 90s.
Yeah,
DVD players.
yeah.
Yep. Ooh, and everybody had those fringe pillows on their couches too in the 90s. That was a big thing. They
Thank you,
brought
Royal
that
Uncle.
they brought that picture up and I remember having that pillow. It didn't look that bad. I guess it did. Yep.
Yeah.
CDs was a big thing. They all had that CD thing going on. And then and you guys, AOL's dial up started up in the 90s. Every time I think of it getting on, I can hear that.
Yeah.
AOL was horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
You know what else was big in the 90s was the Art Deco furniture. Like everything was shiny Formica like. Remember?
uh-huh. Yeah, or you know what? The other furniture that came out in the 90s was the ones that had like a pleat and a skirt like thing at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it went along with the fringe.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
fringe furniture, fringe pillows. Oh my goodness. Um, rollerblades was in
Oh
the
yeah.
90s.
Wasn't skateboards too?
Oh, I'm sure skateboards have been around a long time. In fact, Clyde used to ride a skateboard.
Wow.
That's how old skateboards are. It's old as
But
him, and there you go. He's old. Hey, and you know what else? You know what else came out? Remember the Chia Pet?
oh yeah. Chia.
And they brought that Chia Obama one out. That was so good. I loved it. I wanted to buy it. I didn't buy it, but I should have.
They have all kinds of them now. I bought my son Grogu from Mandalorian. And they had one. I bought it, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago when Mandalorian first came out.
Wow. I
Yeah,
just
it was
remember
okay. Yeah, it was still okay. But isn't
it's
that, I don't know what, I think it was the 2000s. We'll have to see for next week. But I think it was the 2000s or the 2010s when the techno came out.
um techno. I think it was the 2000s because in the 90s the biggest thing was rap.
Yeah,
You had your Biggie Small and all those Snoop Dogg and all those guys in the 90s.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rap was on, and that's why uh Tommy Hilfiger had those big coats and stuff following after those rappers.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. And then they had what else came out? Grunge was
Oh
in the
yeah.
90s. Grunge started in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Eminem. Yep.
techno music did come out in the late 80s, early 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there
Uh,
you go. Well, there you go. That tells you right there, doesn't it?
yeah, and I think it was close to, I'm not sure. I think it was close to the end of the 90s or the beginning of the 20s when that emo crap came out.
Oh, I remember that. And their pants were so tight. it was almost scary. It was
Everything was black. Their hair was black, their lipstick was black, their makeup was black, their clothes were
mhm.
black, their shoes
Mm.
were black. And it's like, what a bleak outlook for a teenager, you know?
The number one movie in the 90s was
Back in
Titanic,
uh
but that had to have been late 90s
yeah.
because I can't. That seems awful. Yeah, Titanic, and it was 97. There you go. But Jurassic Park was in 93, and Star Wars was in 99, first episode. The Lion
What
King
year
was
did
in
Forrest
94. Hmm?
what year did Forrest Gump come out?
It was in 94.
Yeah.
Independence Day was in 96.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense. Remember that one? Sixth Sense. Men in Black
Mhm.
was in 97. Armageddon, I never saw
Oh,
that one.
wow.
98. The Terminator 2 was out
Who
in
had the
91.
best set who had the
Who had the
best-selling soundtrack of all times in the 90s?
in the 90s? The best
The
soundtrack.
best-selling the best-selling soundtrack of all time. Which 90s
Is it a,
movie?
you know what? I'm gonna take a I'm gonna take a stab at this, and I'm probably way off, but I know Pretty Woman had a pretty good soundtrack, and I don't think Star Wars had a soundtrack. Um,
Mm-mm.
um, was a cool billboard. Oh, Armageddon was cool. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Nope,
Um,
nope, nope. It
what?
was
Y-
Are you
Yeah,
ready for
tell
the
me.
answer? Are you ready for
Yeah.
the answer? It sold 45 million copies in 1992.
All right.
The Bodyguard.
Oh, kind of vaguely remember
And
that one.
it was the second highest grossing film in 1992, only second to do you know that one?
Well, I know that the first one was Titanic. It said was the
It
highest grossing
it
movie
in
in the
92?
90s. Oh, not in 92,
Oh,
but in 90s. In the
in
90s.
92. It was Aladdin and then The Bodyguard.
Wow. You know what? I remember getting my chitlin in that Aladdin movie.
Yeah,
Wow. You know what? Ghost was out in 1992 also.
was really.
Royal
Wow.
Apple, you watch The Bodyguard? I can barely remember it.
Okay, who sang Unchained Medley
The
from the
original
Ghost
was
film?
oh, it was the Righteous Brothers, right?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. It was the Righteous Brothers. I think they were the ones that really did that song. I mean, Elvis did it all right, but Righteous Brothers really did the best one. Yeah,
Okay.
I did too. I did too.
There's no crying in baseball.
Was that a movie?
What movie was that?
There was no crying in baseball.
The line out of it the line out of
Oh,
it said there's
was
no
that the one?
crying in
Oh,
baseball.
that was the one with Tom Hanks and all of those women playing. Madonna was in that show. A League of Their Own.
Come on, Rosie O'Donnell. Yep, yep, yep.
A League of Their Own. I loved
How
that
about
movie. I saw that movie. I don't know how many times I loved that movie.
how about you can't handle the truth?
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Royal
Do you
Apple,
know
do you
Royal Apple?
know?
Do you know what
You
movie that
can't
came from?
handle the truth. I'll give you a hint. Jack
Okay.
Nicholson said it.
Was it The Shining?
Nope.
That's all I ever think of when I think of Jack Nicholson was The Shining.
Mm,
Well, that was way before that. Uh, was it the Joker? Was he? He was a Joker, wasn't he?
one time, yeah. No, it was A
Mm,
Few Good Men. A Few Good Men.
I barely saw that movie. I think I just watched part of it. I think Jack
Ah,
Nicholson in
what
One Flew
about
Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
right? What about I See Dead People?
Oh, that was that little boy. That was that little boy that saw all those. Was it The Sixth Sense? Sixth
Yeah.
Sense,
Hey,
wasn't it?
you're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
I love that comment. That was the best comment in the whole movie.
Okay, what about Keep
Mhm.
the Change, you filthy animal?
Oh
Do you
my
remember
gosh,
which one that was from?
I don't think I ever saw that movie. I never heard that one before. Did you hear that one? Royal Apple?
Oh
Keep
no.
change, you filthy animal. I never saw it. I never saw it. I don't think I ever saw that
Just
movie.
Home Alone.
It's starting to cloud up. Hmm.
Mm.
It was what?
How about You had me at hello?
That was the name of the movie. You
No, that
had
was
me at
the
hello.
quote
Oh, from the
from
movie.
Renee Zellweger. Yeah.
Was that one where she talked to the guy over the internet email thing?
No, that was You Got Mail.
Yes, yes. Roll apple there is, and it's coming in. And I was telling Linda and everybody that was on, I don't think you were on yet, that if for some reason something happens, y'all know that Alberto's coming to visit, and he's starting his journey in about 7 o'clock, 7:30, and I see the clouds starting to turn a little bit dark outside. Um, and then his brother's coming to visit on the weekend. Yeah, it was supposed to be just a depression, but it turned into a storm. It got named, I think, didn't it get named? Look at these. These were in the 90s. These little butterfly clips. They everybody had these
Yep.
butterfly clips. I, you know
Those
what?
are
They
cute.
had to get me some. Well, we're gonna get some.
Yeah.
We're gonna get about 12 inches. We're gonna be the next Florida.
Wow.
Supposed to
Wow.
be.
Okay.
I'm gonna be rowing a canoe down the highway. Anyway, go
Okay.
ahead.
You had me at hello?
You
Jerry
had me.
Maguire.
You
Renee
know, I
Zellweger said it to Tom.
I barely remember that show. You had me at hello.
How about
I barely remember. Okay,
this quote? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
I didn't see that movie. I know I didn't see that movie. Do you remember that
Rush
one, Royal
Hour.
Apple? Anybody out here? Rush Hour. Oh, you know what was that with Eddie Murphy? Rush Hour.
Yeah.
I thought I remember seeing him on the cover.
Chris
I don't
Tucker.
know.
Chris Tucker.
You know what? Speaking of that,
Okay,
we
how about
lost
this one? You
John
should know
Candy in the
this one.
90s. Hmm.
Oh
We lost John
yeah.
Candy in the 90s
Yeah. How
too.
sad.
You just that he was amazing. I
He was
love John
funny.
Candy. He was the best. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Okay. Nope, you're okay. You should know this one. I'm the
Hmm.
king of the world.
I'm the king of the world. I have no idea.
Hmm.
I have no idea. King of the world, the 1990s.
Titanic.
Titanic, was that what that came from? Titanic? The king. Oh yeah, was that when they were up there on the board on
Yes,
the front
ma'am.
of the ship, sticking their hands out like this while the wind was blowing? Yeah, you know what? I was too, Royal Apple. I was working like a slave in the 90s too. I'm gonna have to find my dams.
Yeah,
We got these wonder dams, and they're in
yeah.
a and they're in a and they're in a big in a 5 gallon bucket. We got to roll them out in front of the house so that when the water comes in, they blow up and that water don't come. I'm sorry, I just thought about that just now. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, I worked like a slave in the 90s too. I worked, well, it was the mid to late 90s, and, yeah, I worked 2 jobs. Yes, I did. I
You
know
know
what
it
you're
was
talking
tough then. You know what? I was thinking about that
about.
while I was getting ready for all this storm stuff, and it was tough when I was raising my kids, and I used to dig all the pennies and nickels out of the jar and go trade them in and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think I had it as hard then as I'm having it now. I don't know. I don't think
Really?
so. Mm-mm.
See, I didn't have it. I mean, I worked 2 jobs, but I mean, I bought a house, I had a car payment, brand new car. My son had a brand new car, and I made his car payment and the insurance, and I
Wow.
bought clothes for work and fed them and kept the lights and gas on. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and even in the even in the late 90s when I was doing all that, we had Nextel phones. That was one that came out in the late 90s,
Yeah.
Nextel.
You know what
The
else
walk
came out in the 90s?
phone.
The wireless phone. Remember, we used to always be stuck to the wall and our cords were always stretched out because we didn't want anyone to hear us.
Yep,
So we'd go around the hallway and into another room, and the cords were always stretched out and
yep,
always had to buy a new cord.
yep.
Well, then the wireless came out in the 90s.
Okay,
No, you're
which
right there.
19
Gas still wasn't high.
right. Which 1990s animated film was Disney's first ever on DVD? It was from 1998.
The Lion King.
No. Want another guess?
Okay. Because The Lion King was an old one,
That
or
was
one of the old.
94.
Oh, Lion
This
King was
is the first
94?
one. This is the first one that came out on DVD, not
Oh,
VHS, and then went to
okay.
DVD. 1998.
Okay, because I'm trying to think of all the ones that I had on VHS. So, um, what one would I not gotten because I didn't have a DVD player? Um, wow. Um, you know what? I feel stupid because I don't know.
Mulan.
Oh, really? I guess
Yep.
so. Because I don't have Mulan.
Yeah, they were Royal Apple. They were.
You know what? We used to sit around and the kids and me and Clyde, and we'd all sit around and watch those Disney movies. Those were
Well,
the good
yeah, 'cause
times.
if I'm not mistaken, I think in the 90s is when all the prices started going up and it started getting too expensive for a family of 4 to go to the movies. So we would just wait forever for it to come out on DVD, not like today. It
Well, in the
comes out.
90s, I remember the grocery store used to have what they called double coupon day. They
Really,
don't,
Royal Apple.
they don't have that now.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, you were afraid to drive? Oh, that's too bad. But I'm glad you got one. And I'm glad you're driving now.
Right. Right. Road rager.
You know, I gotta tell you, we were just on our we me and my daughter had to go get some stuff like water and stuff for this storm at the store, and we were driving by, and there was this lady on her three wheeler,
Uh-huh.
no helmet, no nothing, just cruising along, and I thought to myself, you know, I'd protect that head if I was you.
Is that a law in Texas or no?
I guess not, because they
You
weren't
have a no
over there.
helmet law?
I guess
'Cause
so,
they just
because
yeah, they just passed one here a couple years ago.
if they don't
That
have to wear a helmet or they have to wear a helmet.
they don't.
I think they should have to. If they're smart, they would.
Both of my sons wear helmets because my younger son has a ninja and my older son is just older.
What were you driving in the 90s? I can tell you what I was driving. I was driving one of those Hyundais.
I had 3 different cars in the 90s. I had a Chevy Chevette
Oh, I remember those. My friend had one of those. That was the first
and
if I ever drove.
then I had a Ford Fairmont
I don't remember those.
and then I got the new, which are no longer in existence, the new Ford Concord. And then I got a minivan. And then in 1998, I got a brand new Trans Am.
Oh, hey, there you go. Remember that bird on the
Yeah,
top of that was a beautiful car. I'm telling you.
that was my all-time favorite car, and I swore I'd get one before I died. And I guess I wasn't meant to have it because it was stolen. So, and they rolled it.
Wow, that's too bad. That is
Mhm.
so sad. Look at old Royal Apple's over there driving a Toyota Celica. Were you driving that in the 90s? My daughter bought herself a 1983 Corvette one time,
Oh,
and it had glass pack mufflers, and she drove it up in the driveway, and I heard it, and I went, "What the devil is that in my driveway? Did Parnelli Jones just pull up or what?"
2021, 21. I mean, 02, 01. Oh
Oh,
my God.
one.
Made her speak tonight.
She was driving a Toyota Celica in '01. I was driving in the 90s a Jeep Scrambler too. I was driving that in the 90s.
Yeah, after the Trans Am got totaled, I got I don't know if it was a Korean car. I don't remember which one it
It
was.
was a Hyundai. It was a Hyundai, right? Because I was driving a Hyundai X. It was a
No,
XLS or an EXLS or an XL. I don't remember what the brand name, but I'm going to tell you this. I was living where it was really, really cold, where it'd get about 30 below zero, and the door handle would break all the time. I got to the point that I could change the door handle on that car better than I could start it up. Yep.
That's too funny.
Yeah, but this wasn't a Honda. It was a Hyundai. It was I think that was a Korean car. It was it was
Oh,
a stick
I know.
shift, and I drove that thing just like it was a
Ah,
Korean. Oh, a
no,
Ford. Oh, you drove
funny though.
who drove a Ford? You remember where they used to say found on road dead?
Yep,
A Ford?
yep,
Yep.
yeah. Actually, I think I have owned a Ford since 2001. Not the same car, but I've owned a Ford since 2001.
Well, I had a Caravan one time. Oh my god, you know what? I had one of those full-size vans. We had those full-size vans that had the captain seats in the front and the 2 captain seats in the back with the table and the whole bit going on there.
My mom had one of those full size. Yeah, you've seen my mom. She drove one of those big Ford vans.
Oh my god, I was
Econoline, an
it was a
Econoline.
oh, well, I could yeah, I got to the point I could drive that pretty good. It had a CB radio in it, and I'd
Oh
cruise
boy.
along and talk to everybody on the oh my god.
Breaker,
That was a
breaker.
yeah, breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck. You know what? It was so much fun. Everybody talked to everybody. It was a good time. It was a good time. That was when we were heading it on, moving on down here.
Yeah.
Squirrelville. Um, I seen some old cars great grandma used to. Oh, really? Oh, you know what? My mama's first car, they cranked it. My grandma broke her wrist cranking that car. Oh my god, I can't even
That's
imagine.
that's not funny, but it's funny.
I cannot imagine cranking that car.
Could you imagine being out there? Well, you don't have a winter, but could you imagine being out there in the winter in a blizzard going?
Well, you know what? If it got away from you, it'd throw you halfway across country. I want to make sure I say this right, but it's LeMay LeMay Staley. Well, welcome. I haven't seen that name, so I just wanted to
Right?
Lamey Staley. I'm probably not even saying that right. I'm probably not even coming close. It's not a tuna can that you can break it easily. Oh no, heck no, you can't break those things. Those cars you couldn't. Wow, you couldn't do anything to a baseball bat. You
No.
know that big what was
No.
that big slugger that Taylor Swift used to sing about? Mickey Mouse slugger, and she
Oh,
tore it
Carrie
into
Underwood.
yeah,
Carrie
she
Underwood, the
yeah,
Louisville Slugger.
the Louisville Slugger. She went out there. Well, you
She
can't do
broke
that
out both
now.
headlights.
Yeah, those cars were made of titanium. Those are good. They're made out of steel. Some of them are made out of they don't make those anymore.
No, and you know what is so stupid? Those cars made out of steel and titanium, and they were only a couple $1,000. And if you hit something, you weren't gonna die. And if you hit
No.
something, you got a little dent in your bumper. Nowadays, you get in an accident, it's all plastic. They cost $60,000 and it's totaled. One
And then
accident.
they want you to buy the one you plug in.
Oh yeah. Well, you know.
Well, you know what? You think about this for a minute. If you plug in your car, if you have to plug in your car, it only goes 300 miles. And you know what? If you have the air conditioner on, because down here it's too blasted hot not to have the air
Yep,
conditioner on,
yep, yep,
it's
yep.
using up more power. So you might get 200 miles instead of 300 miles off of it. And it takes 6 hours, 6 hours to charge.
I'm good.
You know what? I have no desire to drive anything electric, and I'm not gonna get on a plane that's electric. I'm telling you that right now. You're not gonna put me up
That's
all those thousands of feet in a car
no,
in a plane that's got electricity that
no, I
runs on
think
a
that would be
battery.
impossible. I really do.
Mm-mm.
They go
Ain't gonna
far
do it.
too fast and far too long. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it making it from here to you. And that's only like a 2.5 hour flight.
Yeah, no. No. Who wants to get
If
up
it's
that far in the air on a battery?
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, Royal Apple, we got plenty of that there black gold Texas tea. We got a lot of that here. If somebody felt like drilling, but he
Yeah.
don't want to drill, he don't want to.
Yeah, but I like that other motto. Drill, baby, drill.
Me too. That was Sarah Palin. I love Sarah Palin. Yeah, we got to do that because we can't worry about the roly poly that he's going to get hurt if we drill. We can't. We gotta drill.
I bet you, and I don't know if there would ever be a study like it or not. I'd like to know how many wild animals a pipeline affects opposed to wild animals getting shot to be eaten and killed on the highway.
Oh, I'm sure
And
there's
I
more
bet you this
animals that are road killed than we would hurt drilling.
exactly.
You know what? That's for Thursday. I can't even wrap my brain around that right now because I'm still in the 90s
Right.
with the
Yep.
Golden Girls.
I
With
loved it. Oh,
you know what? Another thing that was in the 90s with those jail candles. Do y'all remember those jail candles? It was all you couldn't even light them. I don't even know what they were for, but decoration. You know, and it had all
mm,
the you get these candles, and it had a sea fish or starfish and all this dirt and all that kind of stuff. And then there'd gel on the top of it. And they looked so pretty up on the mantle till the dust got in them and you couldn't clean them.
yeah.
And it didn't take long. It didn't take long either. It's
Right.
crazy.
Yep.
I think I had one. I think I had one. I think everything that was really bad, I had one of them. Um, Yeah, butterfly clip and scrunchies and Jinko jeans, and I think that's all. I think that's all I wrote down because uh yeah, the gel candles and
Yes, I love glitter and bling. The shiny. See my watch. Yeah, see.
oh, I love glitter and bling. I make everything glitter and bling. I'm just that glitter and bling kind of girl. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I think if you know what, if it don't glitter and it don't shine, then it needs to light up. Because I like them when they light up too.
Right. Right.
I was making this was no lie here not too long ago. Oh, and then those puka shell necklaces were big then. Um, I was
Mm,
making these necklaces that glue in the dark. You had to
yeah.
put them out in the sun, and then when you go in, they'd glow in the dark.
Do you remember those shell? Like they called them chandeliers, but they hung in the corner, and they would like spin and come all the way down.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember those. All those. There's a lot of shell things going on. I think they had wind chimes that were made
Yeah.
with shells too.
Yeah.
Everything was made out of, just you were talking about the the bodies of the cars now, and all of a
Hmm.
sudden, what came into my mind was when I was growing up, everybody used to say, "Wrap your ass in fiberglass."
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
why that came up in my head just now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. 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 Fiberglass was real big.
that was
Real
scary
big.
stuff there.
Yeah.
That was scary
Mhm.
stuff. I can't believe that came to my mind. You know what? The family did stick together in the 90s. In fact, I think it was after the 90s when everybody used to sit down still at the dinner table and everybody would sit around and talk and eat dinner. They don't do that no more. They sit at the TV or everybody's gone
No.
their own way or they're all sitting on their cell phones at the dinner table.
Nope. We don't do that. We don't do
Yeah.
that. We still have dinner.
Well, that's awesome. Don't live with me anymore, but we get
Mm,
to sit down every once in a while, dinner
yeah.
table and talk.
And we get together every holiday and sit down and have
We do
dinner,
too.
say grace.
Yep, my mama says grace
Mm,
every holiday. We
yep.
get
So
around
does
the
mine.
table, my mama says grace.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. 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 Absolutely, Royal Apple. You're right. Since they took God out of the USA, it's gone down the tubes. Hmm. Let that sink in, atheists.
When they took God out of the United States, out of schools, they wanted to take them off our money. They wanted to, uh, you know, and then now that Satanistic church wants to get in the school. Well, okay, wait a minute. Let that sink in for a second. You won't let us. You don't want us to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't even know if they're saying it anymore. We had
No.
to say it every morning. Okay, well, there you go. So we're not allowed to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We're not allowed to say grace at lunchtime, but we can let the Satanistic church come in and talk to our kids.
We
And
can teach transgender to the kindergartners. We can change, we can teach um homosexuality, but don't get caught saying God.
well, you know what? We couldn't even see Merry Christmas because Christ was in Christmas. And I was like, are you kidding me? Got to
I
say
still
happy
say it.
holidays. I
I
never
still say
said
it.
it.
Mm-mm.
I didn't
Right.
say it. I thought, you know what? I'm not saying happy holidays
Right.
because no,
Right.
that's my Jesus, my Lord and Savior's birthday, and I'm not going to do it. So
Yep.
y'all can go straight to, as my mama used to say, you can just go straight to HE double toothpicks and have a nice trip.
Right. Now, I have a friend that is Jewish, and I do call her and wish her a happy Hanukkah, but she also calls me and wishes me a Merry Christmas.
Oh,
So,
that's nice.
and
That's
she calls
nice.
me for Easter too, and
That's
I
nice.
call her for Passover. Yeah. You can learn a lot from other cultures because she has questions all the time, and she came up with a good one. And she says, "So, I have a question for you." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "So, I heard this woman say, I can do that because Jesus died on the cross for me." She's like, "What exactly does that mean?" I says, "Well, she's taking it out of wrong context.
Right? That
What
you
do
know
you need
what?
to go kill somebody and you're gonna be forgiven because
No,
Jesus died on the cross for me?"
no, that's
And
yeah, no.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
no, it
yeah,
don't work like that. He said he
no,
forgave
right,
us, but it doesn't mean you can go out and do whatever you want to.
right.
You're not
And
supposed to do
yeah,
that.
and she was like, "What does that mean? What does that even mean? He died on the cross to forgive our sins." And I says, "Well, I
Oh,
explained it to her, and I told her, I says, he did die on the cross. It was, his only son, and it was to forgive sins." I says, "But
right.
that doesn't give you a get out of jail free card."
No, you know what? And now that we brought that up, I got to tell you. So before I say what I got to say, I want y'all. I'm not pushing on the Catholic Church. I'm not. What do they say? Ditching on the Catholic Church or whatever. But I'm
No.
going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this. My mama taught me that if I wanted and I needed to pray and needed forgiveness of doing something wrong, I could go straight up. I didn't have to go through no man and talk to no man about what I've done. I just get on my knees and I talk to the man upstairs and I tell him, look, I did this and would you please forgive me? I don't have to go talk to some man who was born in sin just like me. And and who's he talk to? He talks to, I guess it just goes on up. He talks to the bishop talks to the pope. Who's Pope talk to? I guess he gets to talk to God. What makes him so great that he can
Right.
talk to God and I can't? Nope. Sorry,
Right.
guys. I don't
Right.
believe that. And I
Right.
don't believe there's another religion out there that believes that Jesus and Satan were brothers. And I don't believe that either.
No. No.
No. So,
No, not at all, not at all. And I mean, yes, because I was raised Catholic, you know that, and I turned away from the Catholic Church, and
I was,
I started asking those questions. It's like, why do I have to go tell a guy, and my sins, and how can he,
forgive
you
you?
know,
Who gives
how
him
can
the
he
right to forgive you?
absolve my sins when he's no different than me?
You know what? He don't have the power to forgive you of your sins. The only one that has the right to forgive you of your sins is the good Lord and Jesus Christ. And you know what? If they want to feel like they can, whatever, I just uh
Mhm,
I just don't believe that that man has any more power than I have. Um,
mm-mm.
'Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I knew when I was working, there was this guy, and his name was Father Roman. And I am telling you, Father Roman was a piece of work. He was a piece of work. And I would find myself just laughing because he would tell stories. And I thought, you're going to have to go to confession. Who do you confess to?
Right. Exactly. Who do you confess to?
Oh,
Do you,
yeah.
do you drive downtown to the archdiocese or, whatever? No, I don't think you do. So,
They have to confess to somebody. I think they have priests of their own or something. It's kind of in a tier system.
oh, so they can pray directly to God to get forgiven, but we can't. We got to tell them.
No, no, they have to. The priest has to go to another one, and or a bishop or something. And then the bishop has to go up higher to the archangel or archbishop or whatever, and then the archbishop goes to the pope. And I don't know where. I guess Pope goes to Jesus and God because I,
Oh, yeah, he's
I
the
don't
only
understand it. Don't make me. I don't. That can't wrap my brain around all
he's
that.
the only one, I guess. Is the Pope. The Pope's the only one that can talk to God.
Oh yeah, and look at what we got there.
Right.
That's not so great either.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, they do. The Church of Rome does have a lot of blood on their hands.
One thing that I think the
A lot of
Catholics
child
finally
trafficking too.
the thing the Catholics finally did away with was purgatory.
You know what? Do you remember? Okay, now I'm going to really get your guys' brains working. Do you remember Father Sarducci?
Yes. Yes.
Did you? Did you? Do you remember his definition of purgatory?
Mm-mm.
You know, he went to jail in Rome because they said he was imitating or impersonating a priest, and they put him in jail. But um, Father Sarducci said that if you were that okay, now this is what he said. He said when you're down here, it's like a banking system, and you earn so much money a day, and then when you die, you go to heaven, and God says, "All right, well, this is going to cost you X amount of money, and doing this is going to cost you X amount of money." And he goes, and if you played with yourself, it was $1.50. But he goes, $1.50 and $1.50 and $1.50 adds up. And he said, and then when it's all said and done, if you didn't go to hell, you went to purgatory. And he goes, you know what that means? Your soul is over a cheap Chinese restaurant grill for the rest of your entire life,
There you go.
for eternity. You're
There you go.
floating over a cheap Chinese restaurant grill. I never believed in purgatory. But they
Nah.
said they could pray you out of purgatory. They
Well, I
believe
mean,
that too.
but here's the thing. Being Catholic, I've been to quite a few Catholic funerals,
Mhm.
and you're rising up their soul to heaven.
Mhm.
So my question was, whatever happened to purgatory? Who goes to purgatory? God's got to decide, I don't know if you're worth it or not. Um, we're
We're
just
gonna
gonna
put you in that place till we think about it.
we're gonna put you over in this room and we're gonna think about it for a minute because I'm God, I'm the Almighty Savior, and I'm just not sure what I want to do with you.
Yeah, so you're gonna just hang out here, just kind of float around.
Just hold tight. Just hold tight.
Just hold that thought.
Right. Right.
No. Well, I mean, it's kind of funny. The different boy, these clouds are really rolling in.
Like
Um,
purgatory to me, it sounds like it's a holding room. Like I've never been to jail, but I've seen enough TV. So you go in a holding cell. So it's like, and that's the way I pictured it. It's like God puts you in a holding cell And
You're
but
just
how do
gonna
you
hang out there with
but
all these people that they
right.
don't know whether they
And
like you or they don't.
if you ask them, how do you get out of purgatory?
They can
Nobody had
pray you out.
nobody had an answer for me. But how do you
I,
know when that person's finally out?
well, you don't, because
Well, that's
you
what I'm
know who's all
saying.
hanging out there in purgatory. There's probably like, I'll tell you what, there's probably a lot of people hanging out in purgatory now. If there's such a place, I don't believe in any of that. I'm sorry, I don't believe in any of that.
Mm,
And there's a lot of religions that believe that when you pass, they bury you, and your body stays there until uh, until Judgment Day, and then that's when your body and your soul meet. And I don't believe
yeah,
that either.
yeah,
I
I've
believe
heard that before.
I believe that your soul goes to heaven immediately.
I do
Do
too.
not pass go. Do not collect your $200 because you're going straight to.
Well, didn't you ever see like those videos of people that happen to capture like the last breath of one their loved one or something? And then there's like I don't I don't mean it the way it's gonna come out. It's like
No.
there's a shadow or a puff of smoke that
Yeah,
goes up or goes out of the room.
yeah,
I mean, do
yeah.
you, I believe that that's could possibly be the person's soul leaving.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, that was another thing that happened in the 90s. They cloned that cheap dolly.
Oh yeah.
Now, you know what I'm gonna say, and I gotta say this because it's on my mind, and sometimes if I forget, I don't get to say it, and then I think, doggone it, I wish I had said that. But um, and now I forgot what it was. How about that?
The sheep dolly.
Yeah, I was a sheep dolly, but I just I just think that when man stops trying to play God, the world's going to be a lot better place. They're messing. Think about it. They're messing with our weather. They're messing with now. They're messing with. They're trying to clone things and make things and trying to fix things. And you know what? If you were, I watched it. I watched a court case where this expert. Now I want to tell you, she was an expert. She was an expert, and she said, um, they asked her how many sexes is there? Not gender, not genders, but how many sexes are there? And do you know this lady said there were three? And I thought there's three. I can only count two, male and female. Where are you getting the third one? And she said, well, I believe there's an intersexual. Now, I don't think so. Sorry. I don't think so. I think when you're born, you're either male or female. And, you know, God brought us into this world to be male or female. Now, what you do with that is your own business. But I think that some of these people who want to change into whatever they think they were supposed to be that they weren't, you know, I want to look at them. See, let me tell you something. God don't make mistakes. You might think he does, but he don't make mistakes. And you were supposed to be whatever it is that you are. And I don't
Right.
think you're supposed to surgically work on it. And I don't think that the doctors need to play God. Now, then I preached my thing. I'm going to shut up.
I have a question.
Sure.
If you were born a mistake, male, female, whatever, why is there only two species of every animal, a male and a female?
Yeah, there's no intersexual in the animal kingdom.
No, males are born males, females are born females, and that's that. So there you have it. Our philosophy of the day.
Hmm. That's right. So just remember that.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, oh, come on. Really? You know, there is only two sexes in
Hmm.
animals.
Hmm.
Now, what makes you think that God decided, just be fluid, and whatever that means? You can you know drizzle over here or drizzle over there or drizzle whatever your fancy is. Because I'd like to be a dolphin. I would like to live in the ocean.
So you can identify something else. You can identify. Do you know where when when people used to say they fought to the death,
Yeah.
and they always talk about mama bears will fight to the death? Do you know
Yeah.
why they said that? Do you know what the real story behind that is? This is a real story. This is where it came from. So, in the animal kingdom, in the bear animal kingdom, the mama bear will have her cubs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And and the papa bear will come try to kill them and eat them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the reason he does that is because mom bear won't go back into heat unless she don't have no cubs. So it's all
Yep.
about, getting himself something. But anyway, um, and she will fight to the death for those cubs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can put that in the animal kingdom, but I'll tell you what, I know a lot of humans that are like that too. That would fight to the death.
I would. I'd fight to the death for my kids and my grandkids.
Absolutely.
I would. I
Hmm.
sure would.
Hmm.
Those shirts out there that say, Don't mess with my kids, don't mess with my grandkids."
Hmm.
Then, it's like, yeah, I do have a shovel, and yeah, they will never find your body.
Hmm.
Trust me, they will never find your body. I promise you.
Well, you know what? I got a notion out here. Believe
Oh,
me,
no.
they'd never find your body.
Right.
The fish get hungry too.
All
I
you
don't
have to
want to
do
be.
is, all you have to do is, just throw them in the water, and sharks go after blood. I'm just saying. I'm just
Oh, they're
saying.
and they're all over out there too. I'm
Yeah.
telling you. I don't go into that world. That's a world of its own out there. Um,
So much unknown.
there is. There's a part of me that would like to suck up all the water in the ocean and put it somewhere just for a few days so I can see what really is on the bottom.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I heard no man's ever been to the bottom.
no, because we don't have anything strong enough to get to the bottom. The pressure's so hard
Right.
that it'll crush whatever. Remember those guys that just recently got down, thrown themselves down in the
Yeah.
remember in
Yeah.
that little capsule thing and
You
they were
know,
supposedly real smart.
yeah. And on that though, think about this. I don't think I want them figuring out the ocean because they destroyed the atmosphere. So, yeah. Why would we want them to destroy the ocean? Because that's all man does is destroy things. They don't take care of anything. They
No.
just destroy it. I mean, look at all the crap they've put up in space. I mean, it's a junkyard up there.
Well, you know what? Here's another thing we're talking about. All right, so they don't want to drill; they want to go into this green stuff, and let's have windmills everywhere. By the way, we've got 100. I counted them the other day. There was 159 of them, and only two of them were moving. Um, and then they want to put up these. Have you seen these solar farms yet?
Yep.
They take up so much space. It just goes on and on and on and on and on with all these solar panels
Yep.
that might solar up one house. What happens when that stuff goes bad? What do they do with all that?
Well, here's my question. Who's benefiting from that?
Well,
Who's benefiting?
I'm not because
Because
my
let me tell
electric
you
bill just
something.
keeps going up.
I bet you where those windmill farms, because we
Uh-huh.
talked about that. I told you there was a couple huge ones by Palm Springs.
Hmm.
You think those people still do you think they get free energy?
No. No, and if
Okay.
they're like ours, there are only two of them are running out of the
Okay.
150.
Okay. But see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This is to conserve energy and this is to save blah, 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 blah. Well, why are our grids in trouble if we have all this solar power? Who's benefiting from the solar power? That's what I want to know. Because
Well,
they say it can run a whole city. So what are you telling me? Are you telling me that businesses don't have to pay? Is that what you're saying? And why aren't the people benefiting from it?
I know people right now that have those solar panels on their house,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not saving a dime.
No.
They're not saving a dime. I mean, it was all a great idea, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that they're getting ready to put one up around me somewhere. We're gonna have one of those wonderful solar farms. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't think so. I just think it
Mm.
just clutters up the place. Okay, I
Yeah.
hope when Trump takes his right place, he gives the U.S. of A. his uncle's docs. Did I read that right?
Yeah. Yeah. His uncle had Tesla's information. Remember?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that. Wouldn't that be
Mm-hmm.
nice? Now,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be nice?
Yep. Yep. So you guys want to do a commercial quiz?
Yeah, go ahead. Start us
Okay.
up. Start us up.
Okay. Let's do a commercial quiz. Let's see here. Oh, Jiminy Crickets.
Was it Rockin' Roger with the Rockin' Roger with the saggy diaper that leaked?
For what?
That was a commercial.
Mm.
I loved it. It was my favorite one. This is Rockin' Roger, the rockin' DJ, and he's got a saggy diaper that leaks.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, I got to come back to here. Okay. So, in the 1990s, we learned there's no wrong way to eat which candy? Oreos, Reese's, Yorkie, or Milky Way?
It was Oreo. It was Oreo because people used to tear them apart and eat the inside, and some wouldn't eat the inside. Am I right? Was I right?
I don't know. We'll find out at
Oh,
the end. This
okay.
refreshing candy became known as the Fresh Maker. Mementos, Tic Tacs, or Listerine
Um,
breaststroke.
I'm
This
gonna
is the
go with
90s.
Tic Tac. Wait a minute. Tic
Okay.
Tacs were when I was growing up. Nope, 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 nope. Can't go there. We're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with in the 90s. I'm gonna have to go with Mementos. What do you guys think? Come on,
I
y'all.
think Mementos because that's when everybody was putting Mementos in Coke.
Oh, right. Remember that? And they were blowing them up. Okay, I'm gonna go with Mementos too.
Okay. This psychic could tell your future for only 99 cents a minute. What was her name? Oh, that was Dionne Warwick, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I don't know who that was. Do you know who that was, Royal Apple? Where'd it go?
Lady
Miss
Solitaire, Miss
Cleo.
Cleo, or Queen
Miss
Keisha?
No, it was Miss Cleo.
Okay.
I remember Miss Cleo. I remember the name. I don't remember if I ever saw her, but I remember Miss Cleo. Working on magic.
Oh my goodness.
Just show me the next question. Oh, that's a Taco
Oh,
Bell
this has
dog.
got to be Taco Bell.
That's a Taco Bell
Yep,
dog.
that's
Yo,
what I
kiddo,
say
Taco
too.
Bell. Mhm.
Yep. Yep, that's what I say. But it's not coming. Oh, there we go. Yokido Taco Bell.
There it is.
What's up? That's what that is. Watch. This is just doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, what's up? The hilarious commercial came out in 1999 for what brand? Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Coors. Wasn't it Budweiser?
It might be Budweiser. It sure wasn't Coors. And I don't think it was Coca Cola. Coca Cola had that bear, I thought, didn't
I don't
they?
remember it being.
That was at
Yeah,
Christmas time.
yeah. They
They
had
had
the
that.
polar bears.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we'll
Coors,
do Budweiser.
I think you're right.
Okay, number
What the
6.
devil is
People
that?
have been asking. People have been asking the same question since the 1960s. These apocalyptic monsters couldn't figure it out until 1997. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a
Tootsie Roll? It's Tootsie Roll
ring pop?
Pop. The
Gold
world
pop?
may never know. No, it's a Tootsie Roll Pop because the
Right.
world will never know. The owl said it. The owl said it. The
Right.
world may never know.
Yep. Will take more than 2 of these. In the late 90s, the slogan of this candy bar became 2 for me, none for you. That's got to be Twix. Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah,
Twix because they come in a
I
2-pack.
yeah. In fact, I just had one of those today. I gotta confess. Going to confession, I had one of their caramel salted caramel Twix today.
Fly for me, just for me, dance for me. This doll was basically what's it called? Wasn't that Flying Barbie?
Probably.
Space.
Oh no,
I think it was Space Dancer, Sky Dancer.
Sky Dancer.
I think it was Sky Dancer. You think so?
I don't think it was
I
Spin
just saw
Sister. I
this
never heard of
commercial.
that one. And I don't think it was Fly Fairy. I don't
No,
remember that one. I'm I'm gonna go
no.
with you on Sky Dancer because it sounds better. And if
Okay.
it wasn't, it should have been. Oh my
Remember
God, I
this guy?
remember this commercial. I remember him.
This guy appeared in commercials for
Mm,
which fast food late night chains? Wasn't he McDonald's,
No.
Burger King? Wendy's, and-
Oh my God, you guys.
Burger King
I
has the
think,
king,
yeah, he has the king, and
and
Wendy's has that
Wendy's.
little girl.
They were advertising. They were advertising for staying open late. That much I remember the commercial.
You know what? That's pathetic because I remember him, but I don't remember what. I don't remember what restaurant he was from. Um, gosh, dog. Oh, we're going back to toys. Don't worry. What restaurant? Royal Apple. What restaurant had that moon guy? Was it Burger King or Wendy's or McDonald's? I don't remember. I mean, I remember him, but I can't remember.
Happy
Happy
Meal man.
Meal. Well, I'll go with y'all if you're going to go with McDonald's. I can't remember. I didn't think it
Okay.
was McDonald's, but it could be. You know, I could be wrong. Oh, look, she thought it was Burger King.
Attractive young. Oh. Okay, these attractive young people were meant to encourage you to buy clothes from Gap. Which
Me
song?
too, Ron.
Helter Skelter, Mellow Yellow, or When I'm 64?
Well, I remember that they call him a mellow yellow. That
Right.
was that was a drink. Mellow yellow was a drink.
Yeah.
Remember, it was like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
It wasn't Helter Skelter. I don't know
Mhm.
anything about this when I'm 64 stuff.
I don't
So
either. I don't either.
um,
I doubt it was Helter Skelter.
Helter Skelter was Charles Manson. They were advertising him.
Yeah, but didn't one of the rock, like the acid rock bands, do a Helter Skelter?
I know that Marilyn Manson, I think that one did it. Um,
Okay, I would have. I don't know. Oh, the Gap, the Gap. Maybe it is when I'm 64, or they
all
call
right.
me Mellow.
You know what? So I'm teeter tottering between Mellow Yellow and when I'm 64, and
Mm-hmm.
um, and Mellow Yellow was a drink, and they had all the hippies on it. I'm gonna have to, because I don't know anything about this when I'm 64. So I'm gonna guess it's when I'm 64 because I don't know anything about it. I don't, what do y'all think?
Okay, that's fine. The original commercial for Got Milk campaign focused on which historical event? Oh boy. Duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr, assassination of JFK, or the Boston Tea Party.
Okay, it wasn't the assassination of JFK,
I
and
don't remember that.
and you know what I'm gonna
No,
say,
but
and
I
I
don't
might be
remember.
wrong, but I think it was the duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Don't you remember that commercial that they were standing in the field and they had their backs to each other and they were counting off and they turned? I think that was a milk commercial.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll go for it. Okay. And oops. This nice woman offered a ride to this hitchhiker, but he declined because she wasn't covered by whom? It's got to be State Farm.
It's gotta be.
That's the only
It's
thing
gotta
that's been
be. I
around.
never heard of
Because
survival car
I
insurance.
never heard of, I haven't either. And
Well, I
Progressive,
think
that's not that
Progressive
old.
is, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Oh, Flo is not that old.
Right. Last question. How would you
All
rate
right.
this quiz?
Um, pretty impressive.
I,
um,
I
it was
loved it. It
fun.
was pretty okay or not great.
I would say I loved it. Didn't y'all love it? I
Oh,
loved it. Let's just give them I love it because
yeah.
then we might get that one right for sure. Oh, so they're gonna email you the answers?
Oh, we got to watch a commercial to see the answers.
World War II
Reward in
record
15
for.
seconds. Huh?
You know
Yeah.
what, Real Apple? I was busy in the 90s. I was bringing up my chitlins. I didn't have time to be worrying about what was on TV. I was too busy watching what my kids were trying. I was trying to keep my kids from watching crazy stuff on TV.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be mad if we don't get the answers. Oh my goodness.
They didn't give it to us.
No. Well, isn't that a crack of poop? Isn't that a crack of poop?
Well, we can tell everybody that we were all right. Everything we did was right. All of our answers were right, and we got 100.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
we like playing the PlayStation 2 and the computer games.
Oh, wait.
Oh, we got 9 out of
9 out of
12.
12. 9 out of 12, but that's not telling us which ones. Your liquid. Oh, you know what that was? That was Capri Sun.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Yep. So there
I
we
wonder if
go.
which one. Now you got me curious which ones we got wrong. You know
I
what?
know.
That is so wrong. That is so wrong.
That
That
is.
is so wrong. They shouldn't tell us like that. That tells us that we only got 9 right, won't tell us what it is. That's just not
Right.
fair. That's just not fair.
Nope. Nope. So that is horrible. That was horrible, horrible, horrible. I don't like you anymore, quiz.
I don't either.
That was horrible. Yes, it was.
It wasn't fair. That wasn't fair.
No,
That was not fair. I'm telling you
no,
right now, it wasn't fair.
no, it wasn't. Nope, not at all.
I mean, even when the teacher gave you a test and they give it back to you, you got to see what ones you got wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what clothes were popular in 1990?
The Jinko jeans.
Grunge fashion,
Right.
oversized clothes.
Oversized t-shirts and they always had like emojis on them, like the happy face, or they
Uh-huh.
had Tweety Bird, or
Yep, and that's when all the Disney clothes started coming out for kids.
yeah, and then they had those Jinko jeans that you could
Yeah.
stick your whole family up the leg. They were so
Oh,
big.
they
They looked like
also
a bell. They were real small at the waist, and they went down. They looked like it looked like a bell. I'm telling you, they were goofy looking pants.
the the slip dress came out in the 90s. And
Well, you know
velvet
what,
suit.
Royal? Those kind of look like the pants. Well, you know, except for the ones that they wear their pants down around their almost to their thighs and let their boxers hang out the back and their half their butt showing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
every generation did dress better than that one. I want to just go up
Yep.
and pull their pants up. And you can't
Yeah.
get away if you're trying to run because your
No.
crotch is at your knees.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Connie, it's that time.
Oh, guys, it's that time. It's that time.
Oh,
I love spending time with y'all tonight. It
I
was fun,
know.
and
I
I
know. I
guess
know. These are the fun nights.
you know what they
Oh my
say.
goodness.
If the Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll see you on Thursday. Um,
But make sure that you say thank you to God that Connie did not lose her power.
yes,
Yay!
yay,
Praise
yay,
Jesus.
and hopefully we'll keep the power till on Thursday, or we'll get it back, or if it goes off or whatever. I'll have all kinds of news to tell you about that, huh?
You just need to
When
buy
that
a
day comes,
generator, girlfriend.
we got one.
Oh,
We got 2 of them. In fact, we got one that's solar powered and the little one, but it'll do
yeah.
what it needs to do. And then we have our big gas one.
Yep. You know how I always know it's time to go?
Why?
Because my water bottle's empty.
Oh, well, that's good. Yep, you're right, Royal Apple.
Oh, I know.
Please like and share. Get this
Please
video out to
do.
all your friends so we can. I'd like to get up to 500 people right now. I think we're at 138. I think last time I looked. So we
I
only.
added a couple of people.
Oh, good. So if we only need 350 more,
That ain't nothing.
sure,
We
that
can get
ain't
that by
nothing.
next week.
Right, right. That's okay. It's all right.
I
When
don't know.
Lord wants us to be at 500, we'll be there, right?
I don't know. You know, we got to do something. Maybe we can do a campaign or something.
I don't know. We'll do something fun sometime.
Maybe we can do.
I love the way she said that. Sub and share. This is a cool thing.
Thank you, Royal Apple.
This is a cool thing. I love
Oh,
this
dear.
thing.
Yes, everyone did dress for the gym. You're absolutely right. You are right. It's kind of like the 80s went right into the 90s. And then towards the end of the 90s, they were like, okay, I'm tired of this gym stuff. Let's just wear everything. Like, I wear a medium, so I'm just going to wear an extra large.
Yeah, everything was big. You never knew. Well, you know what? Some of those little people were really skinny in the 90s. And so they wore those great big to make them look bigger. But,
Yeah.
I've
No.
always been kind of a big person. So I don't want to make myself look any
Yeah.
bigger.
I used to wear tight things in the 90s because that's when I was still thin and
At,
young.
fi- at 5 o'clock, we give away coupons. Coupons for what?
At 500, we give away coupons.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read that wrong. You know what? I'll tell you what. At 500 Royal Apple, okay, so I make
We'll do
homemade
something.
soap and stuff. We'll do something.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
definitely
we
give something away at 500. I'll tell you that for
yes,
sure.
we will. That's the
There is
campaign.
that's the
That
campaign logo. Give us 500 subscribers and we'll give away something.
Yep. You
And
know,
it'll be something you like.
I wish there was a way that we could determine like who got us the most subscribers. Because we can't figure that out. We don't know. Like if
Yeah.
Royal Apple were to go and get us 300 viewers and like KMM gets us 100 and Norm gets us 50, we have no way of knowing that.
You know
And that
what we could do is if you subscribe, if you tell somebody to subscribe and they do, then they need to put your name in the comment section.
yes,
And then
there
we
you
could
go.
add, and then we could count them up, and whoever gets us the most subscribers, we'll give them something. I don't know how good it'll be, but we'll give you something. Something you like. I can guarantee you it'll be something you like.
How about because I have those diamond art pictures.
There you go. There
I'm
you
willing.
go.
Royal Apple, do you like diamond art pictures? I've got all different kinds. I mean, you can even pick the one that you want if you were to win.
There's some beauty. She's got some beautiful things, and I make homemade soap and stuff, so
Yep.
I could probably throw
Yep.
something in there.
Yep.
Um, I'd figure something out.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely figure something out.
Yep.
Definitely. Oh
So there
yeah.
you go.
Because we're the giving kind.
Yeah, we want to do something for your hard work. So
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love to be able to send somebody something. I mean, because Connie and I have talked about having different things,
mhm.
like raffles or something for giveaways for you guys.
Yeah,
We're not quite at the point of like our own products, like a shop. But
yeah.
that would be fun to get like a cartoon of you and me and put it on a coffee mug.
Well, yeah. Once
Wouldn't
we
you
get
love
enough
to have
people,
wouldn't you love to have breakfast with us every morning?
good morning, Vietnam. Yeah. Oh,
Right? Right?
yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. That's sunshine,
You're so
people.
nice, Royal Apple. We appreciate everything you do for us.
You know what?
We
Royal
really
Apple's a blessing. Thank you. She's
she
a
is.
blessing.
You really are. Huge titles for live.
The words I do put huge titles. The words.
I wonder if we could maybe pull in somebody as a guest speaker sometime. But I
I'm
don't
sure.
wanna pull somebody in with, a handful of viewers.
Yeah, right. You know what? We get up to
Oh,
500. We get up to 500 viewers and quite a few views. I'm sure I know LJ'd come on for me. I know she'd come on for me. But I got to get the viewers and I got to get the subscribers first because she won't come on when there's only a few of us.
no.
So that's our goal, guys. We need to David Wilcox. Wow. You're not asking for much, are you, Royal Apple? But I can, you know what? I know some people I could get on here to talk with us. I just got to get our viewers up.
Yeah. You know who I would like on the show? David
Mm.
Harris Jr.
You know who I'd like to get on the show? Terrence Williams. I'd love to have Terrence Williams on here and he could do his Trump thing. I love it.
Look, our ultimate goal.
That's our ultimate goal. We're going to put it.
No,
What?
nope. Our ultimate goal is the man himself.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? That would be really something. I'd love to have him on here.
We need to
He'd
get like
blow up
Diamond and Silk.
He'd blow up. He would tittle. No, we're talking about the big T.
The
But
man.
the man.
The
But
man.
yeah, he'd blow up the internet if he got on our channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine looking up and seeing like
Royal Apple, yeah.
130,000 people?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, well, in New Jersey, he had 130,000 at his rally.
Yeah.
130. I didn't even know there were that many people in New Jersey.
Maybe I'll get on Truth Social and start messaging him.
Right. Oh my God. He would just. No, he only goes on big channels. You're right. He wants. But
well, don't
there's our
burst our
goal.
bubble, Royal Apple.
There's our goal. We got to
dream.
get the people. We got to get the people. You know what they say? Build it and he will come. All right. So we need to build it so he will come.
Right. We got to start out with smaller people, you know, and then they can build us up, you know, people that know him personally, you know, like Donald. I'm not Donald, like David Harris Jr. He knows him personally. They're friends.
Wow. There you go.
You know? Or you know, I'm going to West Palm in September. Maybe I'll just go to Mar-a-Lago and knock on the door.
There you go.
And be, please, Mr. Trump, please.
Just say hi. That's all we want you to do is say hi and dance.
Look, I know I'm not a gorgeous 20-year-old anymore.
You know what? He's so good. He don't care. He's got a beautiful wife and his life is good. So.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. She is beautiful. She really is a beautiful woman inside and out. Inside and out.
And she knows 7 different languages. She's very smart.
On prophecy.
Oh, yes, we do. We do pray for God's David. You're absolutely right. And you know what? I don't think we're going to have to pray too hard because God's going to have his David. I can guarantee
you. Yeah, I mean, we could do, you know, we could follow some people that do prophecies like in the past, kind of like a Nostradamus, and see how if they line up. We could do a show like that, you know, because we're going to run out of decades.
Yeah, we are. And you know what?
More.
I could do some prophecy as far as I could learn. Hey, we could get Amanda Grace. Wouldn't that be something?
Oh.
Or Julie Green. Gosh, that would be just amazing. But we got to start. But you know what? We got to start. We got to get them there first. We got some work to do. Let's get them there, and then we'll see who we can get. Right now, they'd say you're too little. We don't want to talk to you.
Right. But, you know, just tell everybody what a fun channel this is. You know, we crack jokes.
We're
sometimes
fun.
Silly jokes.
We're fun.
Sometimes real silly jokes. You know, like especially about Connie's favorite marshmallow head.
Yeah, let's talk about the Marshmallow Man from it's the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters.
That's what we should. Oh, yeah. That would be hilarious if somebody could take the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters and put his face on it. That would be the all-time ultimate. That would be so funny.
I think I can do that. I think I could do that.
If you can do it.
And I think I could make that a t-shirt. Oh, wouldn't that be good?
Yeah, but I wouldn't want a T-shirt with his face on it.
Well,
You know, because I like
we could put the Marshmallow Man his face on it, and then that great big round circle with the red circle with the red line through it.
right, right.
Yep.
Mhm.
Build it and
All
it
right.
will and they will come. All right. I love y'all. We gotta go. We're creeping up on the time. And I will see y'all on Thursday. Like I said, if Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be here Thursday.
Thank you for all your support, Royal Epila, and anybody else that's watching that just doesn't want to talk to us. We love you too.
Yep.
Thank you
Love
for
y'all.
supporting us. And we will see
Like
you
and
on
share.
Thursday.
And
We will see
make
you on
sure
Thursday.
whoever sends you here, you put their name in the comment section so we can count, so we know who did what and how many they brought in.
Remember to like and share, like and share.
That's
And
right.
subscribe. Say that 3
That's
times.
right. No.
All right. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Good night. Love y'all. Have
Good
a nice
night.
week. See you Thursday.
Yep. Be safe, everybody.